Hi everyone, it's Melissa Kitto here with communicatewithangels.com, and I'm here for my weekly Wednesday. Oh, that's alliteration. Weekly Wednesday, 11:11 a.m. Eastern Time, and that I hop on live with you. So today I want to share about the 7 universal energy patterns that impact you and planet Earth. I feel like this information is one of the best kept secrets out there. So I'm going to share a little bit of a glimpse into these universal energy patterns and direct you to where you can learn more about this. So if you are hopping on live, hi, welcome. Please let me know who you are and where you're calling in from. And if you guys have any questions as I go through, please type them in the comment section, and if I don't answer them right in the moment you ask, I'll just scroll back through at the end and answer them, okay? So I really want to be of service and connect. I love to connect with you guys and encourage you to connect with each other as well. All right, so the 7 universal energy patterns. What I'm talking about here is called the La Familia Nuestra calendar. It is a calendar that is the spiritual energy in the environment that is impacting you. So I want to share with you, there's actually different components. Hey April, how you doing, sweetie? There's actual, and I know that you are familiar with the calendar, so let us know your experience, April. So there's different components to the information on the calendar, and I'm just going to share one of those today. Hi, Kelly and Riley. Welcome, sweetie. Glad you're here. And those are really the part that I utilize the most, although all the information is profoundly useful, these energy patterns. So you might be familiar with astrology and the idea that kind of the universal energy going on can impact us here on planet Earth and actually, how would I say this, like give you different tendencies and different energies that you're sort of impacting you from the outer environment. So you are energy. This means you are very sensitive. You're always picking up things. So it might be from the people around you. It could be just this like universal energy. And this calendar, and I'll show you mine here, even though it's going to look backwards to you guys, unfortunately. This calendar marks out the different energies that are kind of moving in and out. And this will give you a clue as to why some days you're feeling tired, why some days you're feeling very energetic, why some days you're really interested in planning, why some days you just want to kind of sit back and mull things over. This energy is impacting you, whether you consciously realize it or not. So when you become consciously aware of it, you can actually flow with that energy instead of against it. A great analogy is, the flow of a river, the flow of a stream. If that current is very strong, it's pretty hard to walk against the current. You're going to get pushed over. And so when you're trying to do things that are sort of out of alignment with that energy flow that's impacting you, it's going to feel like a struggle. So why not flow with it? And the La Familia Nuestra calendar gives you that tool to flow with the energy. Okay, so I'm going to start with action energy, because today, Wednesday, August 28th, is action energy. So again, this is going to be backwards, but if you look there for 28, you can see that there's a band of action energy there. Okay, so the last 3 days have been action energy. So I'm doing all of this off the top of my head, by the way, but there are kind of materials that you'll get when you purchase the calendar that will give you really good descriptions of the energies, but I'm just going to share my impressions with you on this broadcast. So action energy is where you'll kind of be spurred into action. It's a really good time to get stuff done. If you have house cleaning or decluttering projects, or I've been doing some painting and some upgrades on my house lately, those are really good things to do in action energy, because you feel like you just have a lot of energy and you're able to accomplish a lot without getting tired. Like you'll be motivated to maybe work for a longer stint, and just really want to keep going and be in action. Okay, so when it's an action day, you'll have that tendency to just sort of want to be on your feet and get stuff done. And a lot of sitting down time might flow against that energy a little bit. Okay, so make the most of that today if you've got something to get done. Okay, so I'll give you a little clue as well. Tomorrow, Thursday, August 29th, and also Friday and Saturday are called regrouping energy. Okay, so regrouping energy is probably the opposite of action, actually. So regrouping is a really important thing to do spiritually for yourself. It's a time to take stock and evaluate where you're at, what you're learning from everything that you're involved in your life, and anything that's coming up for you. So is some resistance coming up for you that you need to sort of work through or share with someone about so that you can find a solution? And just really sharing, outflowing, regrouping within yourself and your own team of spiritual helpers or angels. That's all that part of that regrouping hour. So for me, the regrouping energy is definitely a slower one. And the last time we had regrouping energy was a couple of weeks ago, and I used that time to actually have some conversations with people that needed to be had that were very much of a regrouping nature. And because we had that energy backing us, it flowed well. It was, sometimes we have to have difficult conversations with people that we might not want to have. And that was the case for me a couple of weeks ago, but it needed to be said. And so regrouping energy really backed me to have that experience and have it turn out in a positive way. So that was really interesting. It was really cool. Another energy is ambition, okay? Oh, let me see. April said, I was finally motivated yesterday to organize my office. I accomplished so much, so on point energetically. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Okay, so ambition energy. This is one of my favorites, although I shouldn't really have favorites, but I do. I just am an ambitious person, so I really enjoy ambition energy. So I'm going to read what it says here. Ambition is about wants and inner desires, a feeling of commitment, doing more, and future aspirations. So this is a great time to tune into your goals and your aspirations and that feeling of ambition to do more. How can you up-level yourself and your life and your career or business? Like, what else do you want to accomplish? What more impact do you want to have on the people that you're serving, etc.? Those kind of things. So you'll be really inspired and motivated for that during ambition energy. Another energy is family. So it may not necessarily be your family by blood. Okay, it could be your relations, but it could also be people around you that gives you a feeling of family, your spiritual family, friends that are like family. I know I have a lot of those. Because I live a long, long way away from my family. They live in New Zealand. So family is about feeling of kinship, people united, common goals, mankind. So it's that feeling of, we're all connected. We're all in this together. And just having respect for people and a feeling of harmony with people. And then there's friendship energy. So friendship is also about connections with people, but I find just on a feeling level, it has quite a different vibe for me. Family to me is a more slower paced energy. I believe it's actually the slowest energy of the 7. There's one of the resources you get kind of shows you which is sort of the fastest energy, which is the slowest energy. So friendship though is about, those times of connection and fun and socializing and really just being with people, enjoying working with them, sharing with them, etc. So friendship, says here, a sense of belonging, a feeling of appreciation, and helping others through actions. One thing I would notice in friendship energy, if I would go to the gym and work out, like everyone in the workout class was really chummy and friendly and wanted to have conversations, and on other days not so much. It was quite noticeable. If you go to the grocery store, everybody's friendly and outgoing on friendship days. So you'll start to see how it impacts people as you go through. What else have I missed? Direction. So just as a little clue again, last Friday, Saturday and Sunday was direction energy. So what were you doing this past weekend? Was it about direction? So this is a really great time to have more of a future focus, look forward to what's coming, set your goals and your direction, make plans for the future. And let's see, have I forgotten any? Yes, orientation. There hasn't been any orientation energy in August, so I forgot about it. So orientation is sort of a feeling of getting started, coming back to your home base, your pivot point, and knowing where you're at, gathering your facts and your resources so that you can accomplish what you want to do. Orientation energy is the most challenging one for me because I'm most happy when I'm like moving forward and accomplishing. So orientation doesn't always feel like that. And so I have to be careful of going against the current there. I want to just keep bowling forward, but orientation energy doesn't flow like that. It's more of a taking stock where I'm at. It's a very much like being in the present moment kind of a feeling and make sure I've got everything I need at my disposal. Let's make sure I haven't forgotten any more. I think that's 7. All right. So those are the 7 energies that are impacting you all the time. And the La Familia Nuestra calendar is tuned in by some very, very sensitive, intuitive people who have a lot of experience with this, and they're able to forecast ahead and tune in with the help of spirit to what energies are moving in and out around planet Earth. It's so interesting when you work with this calendar, you'll just see confirmation of it all over the place. When I travel back to New Zealand is the earliest time zone in the world. So I find that the energy kind of moves in a little bit later than in the day when I'm in New Zealand, as opposed to when I'm in the United States. I mean, it's just really fascinating. And this will help you to develop your intuition, your sensitivity, and kind of heighten that. You can plan things based on what energy is coming up. Like I said, if you've got some house renovation projects, you might want to do it in action. If you've got some meetings and some negotiations to do, you might want to do it in regrouping energy. I mean, sometimes we don't have a choice, but if you do, you can plan wisely. Friendship, hey, if you're having a party or a social gathering, maybe do it in friendship energy. So I'll show you the calendar again if you hopped on late. This is a mini version of it, actually. The one that you would receive is bigger. And you get a whole lot of other resources and follow-up emails to really give you all the tools that you need to work with this. It also gives you a keyword for the month of what energy is coming. There's a key phrase for the energy of the year. You also learn about the stick figures, which could be pitfalls and sort of negative, I hate to say negative, but it kind of is negative energies that kind of move in and out that you just need to be aware of, could impact you. And additional symbols that will just be one-offs on particular days. So there's one coming up tomorrow which looks like wine bottles. So maybe that indicates a celebration of some sort, or something coming there. So really, really interesting information. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to LFN calendar. That stands for La Familia Nuestra. Okay, so LFN, N for Nancy, calendar.com, and see what's available to you. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. And I hope that you will consider investing in this amazing resource. I know there's several of my clients who've been working with it for many years now. And I think it's a testament to the the power of this resource that most people just renew every year because after a while you can't imagine living without it. It's such a valuable tool. I check in with mine every day and just work with my personal keyword as well as the keywords on the calendar and the energy, etc. So it's just a great way to spiritually tune in every day, and there's a lot more that you can work with too. All right, well, I don't see any questions, so much love to you. If you're watching the replay and you'd like to ask me a question, just comment and I'll get back to it. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. All right, have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. Much love.